Today on the channel from Super 7 Thundercats Ultimate line, we got Snarf.
And the spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Here, and welcome back to the channel for another Super 7 Thundercats Ultimate unboxing and review. And today we got a little guy but a heavy hitter in Snarf. But for all your Snarf needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Entertainment Earth. Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10% on all in-stock items. Anything over $79 does ship free. Got to get a deal out there. And of course, we're going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And we got Snarf here today, as I did say, in a very controversial one, as Snarf not really feeling the Ultimate line for a lot of people because he feels more like he should be a pack-in or possibly an accessory with Lion-O or something else. I can understand that as well because there isn't a lot of meat on the bone for him. He's just a little guy. He's a little guy in the classic Orko style. I guess you think of Orko, you think of Snarf, you think of that dastardly copper kid from the Planet of the Mimes. What are we doing?
And from the Planet of the Mimes, the Copper Kid.
Think of some of the most annoying characters of the 80s, and Snarf was there for kind of the childhood humor and stuff, much like some of those other characters as well, but a lot of people don't fondly remember Snarf all these years later. He was annoying when I was a little kid. He's a little bit more annoying now. It's kind of the ebbs and flows of life, I guess. Sometimes you're annoying, sometimes you're not, sometimes you're always annoying. Who knows? Who knows? But Snarf is a must-have. I just don't know if he feels like he should be $55 where you got a Mongor in the same line that's the same price. It feels like you get a little bit more bang for your buck out of Mongor than you do Snarf. And I think part of it is like, hey, the entire wave is this X amount of budget, which makes sense, but doesn't make sense if you're just wanting Snarf. As a lot of people say, I want Snarf, but not this small figure at this price point. So kind of a little of this, kind of a little of that. I guess you got to choose your own adventure at the end of the day. But let's choose our own Snarf adventure today by looking at the packaging, of course. Big window box right there in case you run into Snarf at the mall or something. You can sign your figure if you need him to. Sure, why not? Thundercats, Snarf, extra heads, extra accessories. Got to pile a guy like this with a lot of heads and accessories. Got to get the bang for the buck, of course, as we do know. On the side, nothing going on. Side, nothing going on. Ultimate on the top. And then on the back, we got the blurb. We got the Snarf glamour shot. I always like these glamour shots. Looking really good here. And then we got the big blurb here for Snarf. And of course, I did forget Thundercats cover, slip cover, as we're used to with the Super 7 Ultimates. Got that going on. See you later. Goodbye. And we do not got the cardboard cover case anymore in the Super 7 line as we do now. But now, let's see what it says about our old friend Snarf here. Snarf Osbert, or Snarf as he prefers to be known, was young Lion-O's nursemaid. After Lion-O grew up on the way to Third Earth, Snarf remained his devoted caregiver, sometimes much to Lion-O's chagrin. While Snarf can be pessimistic and lacks the skill of a warrior, he can also be brave and agile when necessary. Honorable, true, just, and loyal, Snarf embodies the code of Thundera, but he adds a compassion all his own. So a little guy with a heart of gold, a little bit annoying sometimes, but a guy you want on your side at the end of the day. When the chips are down, we all need a Snarf. I got a Lemmy and a Domino and an Ace, I guess. But there it is, Thundercats background. See you later, goodbye. Plastic prison time. There it is, Snarf. But I'm going to take Snarf offline, get him out of the package, and we'll be back talking all things Super 7 Ultimate Snarf. All right, we got Snarf out of the package here. Let's dive in. Let's start with the accessories as we usually do. And we got a lot of accessories here, as we should with a guy like Snarf. And I guess we'll start off with the hands. Snarf got the splayed out hands right out of the package, so we do have those. No fists of fury for Snarf. He's not going to throw any punches. He's not going to punch a burble in the face, nothing like that. We do get a little bit more of a clasping hand over here, two of those, of course. A little of that action there. And then we do got two gripping hands. So a decent amount of hands. Would have liked to see at least one fist. You guys know me. I'm a sucker for a fist on an action figure. So sue me. So sue me. We do get Immerse here. Oh, he's living up to his nanny days. He's got a nice little soft good plastic Merce here. Does this open? thought it opened for a second. I thought the top came open. No, it does not. I thought it was moving. Maybe it was my eyes. Who knows? But a nice gray purse going on. He's going to carry this around. He's going to store stuff in it. He's going to help people. He's got a purse. He's ready to go. Then we get the claw shield and the Sword of Thundera here. And you can slide that right in there. I like that. So he, of course, can carry this to Lion-O. He can be holding on to this. Not bad to get something like this every once in a while. And, of course, they do go together. Looking very good. Everybody loves a good claw shield at the end of the day. So we do get that. Now, we do get an extra tail with Snarf as well. I really like that attention to detail here. It does come with a nice clear stand. You can kind of get him raised up when he's standing there on his tail, or you can have him on the ground with a normal tail ready to go. So you can choose your own Snarf tail adventure. Very, very cool to see. Whoa, 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 stop the clock. Doing glamour shots here on Snarfer. Got his tail off. You can see a very small peg hole at the top on that tail with the stand. But then look at this one. Look how much bigger that is. And then look at Snarfer's poor little hole. That is going to just tear him to shreds. His hole is nowhere near big enough to take this one in here. I am not sure there's enough heat in the world to make this end up fitting here. Unbelievable. What are we doing? And then we do get this, which I cannot. It looks like a jelly bean. I believe is it an egg? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen all these episodes. But we do have this. He'll probably carry it around, do things with that if you want him to. Now we get down to Snarf, and we're going to start off with these heads. We get 3 heads in total here. First head, you notice the big old ears. You got that yellow hair on the top. He's got his red nose. A little bit of teeth showing. Very loving, gentle eyes in old Snarf, I will say that. He does got that big, bushy beard here. Almost looks like glow-in-the-dark color. It kind of looks like it would be like translucent glow-in-the-dark plastic. It's just not painted. But it does have that vibe. Like you'd stick him in my glow-in-the-dark closet and he'd be shining real bright. He kind of has that look to him, but I don't believe he glows in the dark, and it wouldn't really make sense for him to either. But a nice plain Jane Snarf head right there. Second head, happy-go-lucky Snarf. He's happy. He's ready to go. He's usually pretty positive most of the time. Looking very nice here. Of course, same ears, same hair, same beard. The mouth is open. The eyes a little bit bigger on this one here. So a very happy-looking Snarf. And then evil Snarf takes over. Every day you feel down. Every once in a while, Snarf 2. Maybe it's Snarf on the attack. Who knows? But bigger, wider mouth here. A little bit of the back of the throat showing there. Big old kind of evil eyes in some ways. And then, of course, same beard, same ears, all that for old Snarf. But very cool. We can choose our own head adventure. I'm thinking about the happy Snarf. When I think of Snarf, I think of him snarfing and smiling is what I think of him doing. But he's snarfing all day long, just snarfing left and right. But now we get down to this figure, and man, it is very, very small. And that's what a lot of people can't justify the price point on this one, and I truly do get it. Snarf, though, just such a key character to the Thundercats, you got to get this one. And it is just tough to kind of justify this whole thing. I know a lot of people are saying, I'm playing the long game. We're just not really sure if there's going to be a long game with Super 7 in 2024. We'll have to stay tuned to that, of course. But let's dive into Snarf a little bit here. Talked about the tail. I guess that's where we'll start with this one. We do get the articulation here, and then it does come down to a nice, clear stand. So I do like that we can stand him up, do that if we want to. Or, of course, we can pull this one off. Might have to heat it up. Seems like I'll have to heat that one up, but you can take the tail off. You can put this tail in its place. I think that's pretty nice. So you can choose your own tail adventure at the end of the day. Very, very fun to do there. Articulation, of course, arms do go all the way around, side to side at the elbow, single jointed, hands removable, of course, back and forth, side to side. No hula hoop, no waist, nothing like that. You do get legs that go up and down, little side to side, pretty much nothing. Side to side at the knee, single jointed knee, and then ankles up and down, side to side, a little bit there. He does have holes in his feet, so he could possibly fit on a ringside stand. I don't think you really need it with a guy like him, but I'm going to check. And he does fit. So he perfectly fits on a ringside Mattel stand if you do want one of those. He does got little claws on his hands. He's just got claws on his toes as well. Barefoot there. He's got to get cold. He's got to get cold out there. But he does look good. You got the yellow stripe down the back. Is that kind of thing? Is he yellow, as they used to say back in the day? Is he kind of a coward? Is that why he has the yellow stripe against that kind of reddish fur? Could be. I will say on mine, especially on the hinge, you can kind of see it needed an extra coat of yellow paint. It's always tough to put white or yellow over a darker color. You got to put a lot of coats to make that, and you can kind of see some of the darkness going through on the yellow paint on this one. I think one more coat across the board would have went pretty good as far as Snarf goes right here. But besides that, he's pretty plain Jane. There's not a ton of meat on the bone here compared to some of the bigger characters. But like I keep saying, he's such an iconic character. If you're collecting Thundercats, you got to have Snarf in your collection. Snarf at the end of the day. We know how that goes. And of course, we do got Lion-O looking pretty good right next to Snarf. Just the dream team. You got the nanny and his kid. Looks strange. I know. But it's part of the story. It's part of the story there. But Snarf, good for what it is. Hard to justify the price point. No doubt about it. But what say you guys and gals out there in YouTube land? You picking up old Snarf? You wanting Snarf in your collection? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And of course, you made it this far, you might as well like the video. Always helps the channel when you give it the old thumbs up. Subscribe to this YouTube channel and my other YouTube channel. Check out the Patreon. Free membership nowadays. You can go over there. Hit the link in the description down below. Of course, we got early access to both YouTube channel videos on Patreon. All kinds of content there every single day. And best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel at PresidentTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media. SirPaul64 on the X. _Kyle_Peterson on Threads and on Instagram. So for Snarf, Lion-O, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.